she still occupies your mind. The man who wins is the man who walks away without looking back, who lets his actions do the talking. You don't need to convince her of your worth. Your transformation will do that for you. And by the time she realizes what she lost, you'll be with someone who sees your value without needing to leave first. The hardest thing for a man to do is let go of someone he thought he couldn't live without. The most powerful thing a man can do is let go and rebuild. Because when you stop chasing her, you start winning everything else. Your confidence, your purpose, your future. Let her regret leaving you, but don't make her your goal. Make success your goal. Make greatness your goal. The right woman won't need you to chase her because she'll recognize your worth from the start. And when that happens, you'll realize that the woman who left wasn't a loss. She was the lesson you needed to become the man you were always meant to be. Number 4, rebuild, don't dwell. It's over, and it hurts like hell. You wake up, and the emptiness hits like a truck. You check your phone, nothing. She's moved on, and you're stuck in the same loop, wondering where you went wrong. That pain, that hollow ache in your chest, is the same thing that breaks most men. They fall into the trap of self-pity. They sit on their beds, scrolling through photos of her, hoping she'll text, drowning in memories of what was. But let me tell you this. No woman ever regrets leaving the man who stayed stuck. She regrets leaving the man who used that pain as the starting point of his transformation. Think about it. Right now, she expects you to crumble. She expects you to fall apart, cry into your pillow, and binge-watch movies while eating junk food. That's what most men do. But you're not most men. You're about to rebuild, and you're about to do it so well that she won't recognize you when she sees you again. The gym is your sanctuary now, not because you want revenge, but because building discipline rewires your mind. Every rep, every drop of sweat, every ache in your muscles isn't just making you stronger physically. It's killing the weak version of you who used to beg for her love. The man who cried over her is gone. Every time you think of her, use that energy to push harder. When you feel the sting of rejection, add another set. You don't leave the gym until the pain of heartbreak is replaced by the pain of growth. You don't stop until your reflection in the mirror makes you proud, until you know that the next time she sees you, she'll wish she hadn't walked away. Success is another weapon in your arsenal. While she's out with the new guy, thinking you're broken, you'll be building something real. Maybe you've been procrastinating on your dreams, waiting for the right time. Well, this is the time. Start that business. Focus on that career. Build something that makes her name irrelevant, because you'll have something bigger to chase, your purpose. You win when your goals become bigger than your heartbreak. And don't forget to level up mentally. Read books, consume knowledge, surround yourself with people who push you to be better. Women are naturally drawn to men who are constantly growing. They don't want a man who stays stagnant, who wallows in self-pity. They want a man who's so focused on his future that he doesn't have time to look back. That's the man they can't forget. That's the man they regret leaving. Women test you, whether they realize it or not. They want to know if you'll break when they walk away. If you fall apart, you confirm their decision to leave. But when you rise, when you improve every area of your life without them, they can't help but feel it. And that's when the regret starts creeping in. Because while they were busy chasing temporary excitement, you were building long-term success. Imagine her scrolling through social media, seeing you on vacation with friends, in the best shape of your life, thriving in your career. That's the moment she'll pause and wonder, what did I give up? But by the time she realizes it, you'll be so far ahead that her opinion won't matter anymore. Stop thinking that rebuilding is about making her regret leaving you. Rebuilding is about making yourself so valuable that she's just a small chapter in your story. Every successful man has a moment where heartbreak became his greatest motivation. Don't be the man who breaks down, be the man who breaks records. Every morning when you wake up and feel the pain, use it. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the only way to win is to make sure that when she sees you next, she doesn't see the man she left. She sees the man she can never have again. Number 5. Power through detachment. The most powerful decision you will ever make as a man is detaching from the need for her approval. That decision will set you free. When she left, she expected you to break, to crumble, to drown in your emotions. She was waiting for that desperate text message, "I miss you." She expected you to check her Instagram, stalk her stories, and wonder if the new guy is treating her better. Women are wired to test a man's emotional resilience, and when you react exactly how she expects, she wins. But the man who doesn't react, who remains silent and unshaken, becomes the man who haunts her thoughts. Silence isn't just golden, it's a weapon. When you master detachment, you leave her in emotional chaos, because women don't handle uncertainty well. The man who doesn't chase creates tension, and tension triggers attraction. Think about this. When you were first dating her, what was her biggest concern? Whether you liked her as much as she liked you. She spent time analyzing your texts, reading into every word, wondering when you'd ask her out again. That tension fueled her desire. But as soon as you gave her full emotional availability, the tension disappeared. She stopped wondering, and the excitement faded. Women need uncertainty to feel attraction. That's why detachment is the ultimate power play. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you value yourself enough to let go of anyone who doesn't see your worth. And the irony is, when you let go, she starts chasing you. The man who detaches controls the dynamic of the relationship. He sets the pace because he's not seeking her validation. Women are attracted to men who are hard to pin down, who live on their terms. When you're constantly available, constantly texting, and constantly checking in, she knows she's the center of your world. But when you're focused on your purpose, building your body, your career, and your life, she starts wondering why you're so calm. She starts questioning if she's still as important as she once was. That's where the power of detachment lies. It flips the script. Have you ever noticed how women always seem to come back when you stop caring? It's not magic, it's biology. Women are emotional creatures driven by curiosity and desire. The moment you detach, her mind starts playing tricks on her. She wonders why you aren't broken. She questions if you've met someone else. She starts stalking your social media, hoping to catch glimpses of your new life. And when she sees you thriving, hitting the gym, hanging out with friends, posting pictures of your achievements, that's when the regret kicks in. But you won't care, because you'll already be too far ahead. Detachment is attractive because it shows self-respect. Women are drawn to men who don't depend on them emotionally. The moment you become dependent, you lose your power. But when you're detached, she knows you're not afraid to walk away. That's the kind of man she can't forget. The man who doesn't beg, doesn't plead, and doesn't need her to feel complete. Women crave strength, and detachment is the ultimate display of strength. It tells her, "I'm fine without you," and that drives her crazy. You've seen this play out before. The guy who was heartbroken and obsessively tried to get his ex back never succeeded. But the guy who said, "I'm done," and walked away is the one who had her calling him at midnight, asking if they could talk. Women are wired to chase men who aren't easily available. When you master detachment, you're no longer the guy sending late-night texts or double-checking if she's online. You're the man who disappears and focuses on winning in every area of life. That's what makes her come back. But by then, you won't be interested. Detachment isn't just about winning her back, it's about winning yourself back. When you detach, you stop making decisions based on how she might feel. You stop rearranging your life to accommodate her needs. Instead, you prioritize yourself. You set boundaries and enforce them without hesitation. Women respect boundaries. If you've ever wondered why she tested you so much during the relationship, it's because she wanted to see if you'd break. But when you're detached, you don't bend. You don't compromise your values just to keep her happy, and that's what drives her wild, knowing she can't control you. Detachment also means embracing the power of mystery. When she doesn't know what you're thinking or feeling, she becomes obsessed with figuring it out. Women can't resist a mystery. The man who keeps her guessing keeps her interested. When you're detached, you don't overshare. You don't give her access to every thought and emotion. Instead, you give her just enough to spark curiosity and leave her wanting more. And the less she knows, the more she chases. If you're serious about mastering detachment, start by cutting off all unnecessary contact. No texts, no calls, no checking her social media. This isn't about punishing her. It's about giving yourself the space to grow. While she's wondering if you're okay, you'll be in the gym, building the body she'll regret leaving. While she's posting pictures to make you jealous, you'll be leveling up financially and mentally. And when she finally reaches out, it won't be because she misses you. It'll be because she can't understand how you're thriving without her. Number 6. Why she'll regret leaving you. She left because she thought the grass was greener. Women are emotional beings, and in the heat of the moment, they believe that their decision is final. But emotions fade. The honeymoon phase she's having with the new guy won't last forever. Eventually, reality sets in, and when that happens, she'll start comparing. And trust me, she'll compare you to him. At first, she'll convince herself that she made the right choice, but it only takes one glance at you, thriving, confident, and completely detached, for her to start questioning everything. Women regret leaving men who level up. They don't regret leaving the guy who begs for closure. The more you chase, the more you kill her attraction. The moment you stop chasing, you flip the power dynamic. She starts wondering why you're so calm, why you didn't fight for her like she expected. Women are driven by curiosity, and when you leave them wondering, you become unforgettable. Think about how attraction works. Women are turned on by men who are dominant, not just in the bedroom, but in life. They crave a man who knows what he wants and doesn't compromise his values to please others. When she sees you living your best life without her, it triggers something deep in her psychology. She starts thinking, "Did I make a mistake?" And the answer will haunt her because you'll be the man she let slip away. She left you because she thought you were the same man she had grown used to. What she doesn't know is that her leaving was the catalyst for your transformation. By the time she figures it out, you'll be a different man. The version of you that she knew is dead, and in his place is a man who knows his worth. A man who doesn't need her approval to feel validated. When she regrets leaving, it won't just be because of your success or your new physique. It'll be because of the way you carry yourself. Confidence is magnetic, and nothing is more attractive to a woman than a man who doesn't need her. She'll see it in the way you walk, in the way you talk, in the way you interact with other women. Women can sense when a man has options, and nothing triggers regret faster than knowing she's no longer one of those options. Here's the kicker. She won't just regret leaving you for the man you've become. She'll regret the fact that you no longer care about her regret. That's when it hits her the hardest. Women want to feel like they have a hold over you, that they can come back whenever they please. But when they realize they've lost that control, the regret becomes unbearable. She'll think about the nights you spent together, the way you looked at her, the things you built together. But you'll be too focused on the future to care. And don't be surprised if she reaches out. She might send a, "Hey, how have you been?" text or like an old photo on your social media, hoping you'll bite. But by then, you'll know better. You won't fall into the trap of nostalgia because you've outgrown her. You've built something bigger, something she can't touch. Her regret isn't your goal, it's the byproduct of your growth. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else falls into place. The man who begged for her love is gone, replaced by a man who commands respect. She'll regret leaving you not because you wanted her to, but because you gave her no other choice. And that's the ultimate victory. She walked away thinking you'd be lost without her. But you're not just surviving, you're winning. This isn't the end of your story. It's the rebirth of a stronger, more confident, more powerful version of you. The man who doesn't chase, who doesn't beg, but who builds a life so great that women regret leaving. Comment below, I'm the man she'll regret losing. If you found value in this video and you're ready to fully embrace this transformation, support the channel by subscribing. When you do, YouTube will recommend this content to more men who need it, and together, we'll create a movement of unstoppable men. Let's